subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. Oh yes, oh yes. I had to get back to you guys because so many things I had to take care of. But I want to talk about the Navarette versus Nunez, Eduardo Nunez results. I really enjoyed that fight. They give these fights so late, but I really enjoyed the fight. I feel like Eduardo Nunez, he didn't do as good as I expected him to do. I believe that the fight was more of a one-sided fight. Eduardo Nunez was more starstruck than anything else in this fight. He was like afraid to pull the trigger. He was just in awe of the fact that he was in the ring with Navarette. I just feel like Navarette, Manuel Navarette, is a fighter that he's been following since he was for, like, I guess for 10 years he's been fighting. He's been following Manuel Navarette's boxing career, and he was really a huge fan of Emmanuel Navarette, El Vaquero. I don't know, man. I just think that if you're fighting somebody, you're fighting one of your idols, or if you want to call it idols, you know what happens when you meet your idols? They become your rivals, right? That's what they say. I mean, I hope that's not the case with me, because I'm actually doing music with people that I actually were a fan, grew up being a fan of. But I don't speak that into existence. I believe that it's different in every case, but a lot of times that does happen when you fight somebody that you look up to. You're supposed to look at him as your rival, not as your friend. And I believe that that was one of the things that I think was wrong about the way Eduardo Nunez approached this Emmanuel Navarette fight. You can tell that he was just a fan of Navarette, and he wasn't really trying to fight him the way to win. He was fighting more to, like, just to survive. And I don't think that he put up a good fight. And let's not take away credit from Navarette. He's the most technical. He's not technical, but he has some fundamentals, and I like the way he threw combinations on Eduardo Nunez, and he actually used some lateral movement as far as with a fighter like Eduardo Nunez. And I thought Eduardo Nunez was gonna have the boxing ability advantage over Navarette. But obviously I wasn't thinking only about that ability that Eduardo Nunez has. I was also looking at the experience factor. He didn't have experience with a big fighter like that. The most competitive fight he had was with Pitufo Diaz from Puerto Rico, and that was a very competitive fight, close fight. And I just feel like when you go in the ring to fight somebody like at the level of Navarette, you have to use whatever abilities you have against them and not become a fan of them and put that to the side. You may be a fan of the fighter, but you have to put that to the side when you get in the ring and fight the actual fighter that you actually watched for 10 years in your life. I just think that you don't do that when you go in the ring with somebody. You fight them. You you have to make sure that you win, because this person is trying to take food off your plate and food off your family, and this is how you have to look at it. And I know it's easier said than done when you're a fan, but if you're in the boxing sport, if you're in the pain business of boxing, you have to have the mentality and the mindset to go right through the opponent, no matter who you're fighting, no matter if it's somebody that you followed and you was a fan of. That goes out the window. That I'm saying, as a fighter, your instinct should be kill or be killed. That's the mentality. Not literally, but you have to have that mentality that if I don't try to go for broke and hurt this guy, he's gonna do it to me. And that's exactly how Emmanuel Navarette looked at it. He was looking at it like when they asked him in the post-fight interview, was you looking at the fact that you and Eduardo Nunez were so close and really good friends? Was you looking at was that making you feel bad and not trying to capitalize on they didn't say it in those words, but and he basically responded, this is a sport, this is a boxing sport, and you're here to win the fight. And friendship has nothing to do with boxing. You're here to win the fight, and he didn't say it in those words, but he basically said that. And that's what I think that Navarette I'm really a huge fan of Navarette, and I really believe that he's very tough, and he's tough as nails. And I think that he's gonna be dangerous in this division. He's supposed to be the new king of Mexico. That's what they say. Um, I feel like that's still up for grabs. And King of Mexico, I just feel like there's a lot of potential key kings of Mexico. We have maybe Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Um, who else? Who else? Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Uh, can't be Ryan Garcia. Nah. Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Navarrete, possible candidate for the best fighter right now from Mexico. You guys give me your opinion. Let me know in the comments who you think is the next king of the Mexican, boxing. The one that's gonna actually, I say David Benavidez. David Benavidez should be the next king of Mexican boxing, but he was not raised in Mexico, so I don't know if they're gonna do that. Um, we'll see. We'll see. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia. He's gonna fight. We don't know if he's gonna fight Devin Haney. There's a lot of back and forth with him and Devin Haney, and Devin Haney said that he's called him on the phone, and Ryan Garcia never doesn't seem like he's serious to fight him. He's basically said that he's reached out to Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and he said that he was negotiating with him, or trying to negotiate, saying that let's do something to get this fight going. Let's make this fight happen. And then Ryan Garcia told Devin Haney, I'm the A side. Remember, I'm the A side. And then Devin Haney was like, we didn't even negotiate anything yet, and Turkey Al-Ashik is the one that's going to make the fight, so it doesn't matter A side or B side. Turkey Al-Ashik is going to make this fight. Just let's do something to make this fight happen, because a lot of people want to see this fight, and Turkey Al-Ashik is going to be on board to make the fight, so there's really no A side and no B side. But he said that as far as the A side and B side, Devin Haney's really the A side and B side, because he's a 3-time champion, and he's pound for pound one of the best, and he beat one of the most feared boxers in the 147 weight class, which is Brian Norman. Brian Norman, a lot of people expected him to win. I expected him to win too. And, Devin Haney surprised me. Maybe it was the weight. Maybe the 140-pound division was taking a lot out of Devin Haney. And maybe that's what caused him to, not have a lot of, how you say, that's what made him not be able to take a punch. But I don't know. You can't, if you don't have a chin, it doesn't matter what weight class you're in. But maybe he was weak in that weight class, and maybe that was the reason why that he got knocked down a lot. But he still got back up, and he still was able to fight Ryan Garcia to the end. But yeah, Ryan Garcia cheated, but he still went down, and his chin is a little suspect. But he proved that when he moved in weight, when he fought Brian Norman, he didn't have those issues. He got hit with Brian Norman's shots every now and then, not as consistently as I would have thought, to see if his chin was sustainable. But he did get hit with some shots, and he didn't get knocked down. CJK Dino F. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. I want to read your comments. CJK Dino F. Number 1, I got Rolly beating Haney. Hey man, anything's possible, but I don't know. I think Devin Haney got the goods, and I think he has the skills to beat Rolly. But he's proven that that he can take a shot with Brian Norman Jr. But Brian Norman was flat-footed, and he didn't have anything else in his arsenal other than going forward, and he didn't know how to deal with Devin Haney's movement and technique. So I believe that Rolly Romero, styles make fights. He did box Ryan Garcia, but anybody could outbox Ryan Garcia. But can he outbox Devin Haney? I don't think so. I think Devin Haney could beat him. We don't know. I think I'm not really into those kind of fights with Rolly Romero. I think he's overrated and he's not really an elite fighter. But I think Devin Haney would beat him. But thanks for your comment. Thanks for your comment. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Do not be afraid to click the like button. Do not be afraid to comment. Do not be afraid to subscribe. Only the brave subscribe to Tony also knows boxing, and only the people that seek the truth and want to be informed about what's really going on in boxing. And people that want to hear the truth and don't want to hear people say things that are not true, just clickbait, just to get people to click on their channel. I'm not the one that does that. I do real bait. I don't do clickbait. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yeah, but I appreciate your comments, CJK, Dino F. Subscribe to the channel. Everybody that's tuning into my channel is a family affair. They're family. There's a lot of people. I get a lot of regulars on my channel, and I get a lot of new people right now. Whoever's joining right now, I dare you to subscribe to my channel. Only the bold and the brave and the intelligent, the ones that want to be informed, subscribe to my channel. The ones that don't want to be informed, the ones that just want to be entertained and want to be brainwashed and are afraid of the truth, then you can leave the channel and you don't want to subscribe because you're not brave enough to subscribe to my channel. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yes. So who do you think Ryan Garcia, who do you think Devin Haney is going to fight? Is he going to fight Ryan Garcia next? Is he going to fight Xander Zayas next? Well, they asked Xander Zayas in an interview recently, and they said, who are your top fighters that you would like to fight in order? And he said, number one, he would like to fight Josh Kelly because Josh Kelly has the belt, so he can unify 3 belts and make history. And number two, either Virgil Ortiz or Jerome Boots Ennis. Between those two. And, you know, they're not going to be able to fight because, you know, maybe Jerome Boots Ennis will be able to fight Xander Zayas, but Virgil Ortiz is frozen. His contract is frozen because of the lawsuit that he filed against Oscar De La Hoya. So his career is on freeze. So they're saying that they're talking about possible fight with Jerome Boots Ennis or Virgil Ortiz, but he's on freeze right now, Virgil Ortiz. So, and then he said number 3 would be he said number 1 would be Josh Kelly, number 2 Virgil Ortiz, Jerome Boots Ennis, and then number 3 Devin Haney. And he said that Devin Haney is willing to go to Puerto Rico to fight him, and he has said it that he was willing to go to Puerto Rico to fight him. And the Josh Kelly fight, Josh Kelly Xander Zayas tried to negotiate with him and say, if you fight me in England, you have to pay me a certain amount of money, and then we'll fight over there. But if you don't agree to the terms, then we can fight in Puerto Rico and get more money. And they didn't agree because he basically said that he doesn't want to fight. Josh Kelly doesn't want to fight him. That's what Xander Zayas said. So it seems like Ryan Garcia is playing games. He's trying to play parity, see who has more leverage, because, you know, he's just saying that Devin Haney is scared. He has post-traumatic stress disorder. He's not ready. He just has PTSD. That he's traumatized from the knockdowns, and he said that he don't want to fight him. But Devin Haney says that's not true. That he's just saying that, but he's willing to fight him. But that Ryan Garcia is not serious. So if Ryan Garcia is not serious, and it seems like, you know, he seems like he's gonna fight in Puerto Rico. He's willing to go to Puerto Rico to fight Xander Zayas. That's what Mr. Debo, wannabe Debo, said. I don't think he's Debo, because in order to be Debo, you can't get knocked down like that and then try to file a lawsuit or try to say that, oh, you know, we got to reverse my loss on my record. You know, you can't act like a Debo if you're Debo. If you're Debo, you take your loss like a man. But I understand it was controversial because he used illegal substances, Ryan Garcia. But at the same time, a Debo don't act like a diva. Not like that. You know, that's kind of fruity if you ask me. But I just think that that Ryan Garcia is not serious, and it's more than likely, if push comes to shove, since Josh Kelly doesn't want to fight Xander Zayas because he wants Xander Zayas to fight in England, and Xander Zayas said, okay, if we fight in England, then make sure that we get the money that we need to get. If not, we go to Puerto Rico, because, you know, he can't really dictate the terms. You know, Josh Kelly, he's not the what do you call it? He doesn't have he's not the A side. The A side would be Xander Zayas, because Xander Zayas sold millions in Puerto Rico, and he sold a lot, so he has more leverage. So So the champion with the more status is the one that could dictate the terms, not you, Josh Kelly. So go back to the drawing board, Josh Kelly. And I think that it's more than likely that if he doesn't fight Jerome Boots Ennis, Xander Zayas, because they said they're trying to negotiate that, or Devin Haney, Josh Kelly doesn't want to fight. That's what Xander Zayas said. So if that's the case, this is my hypothesis. This is my guess. I would say that Xander Zayas will most likely fight Devin Haney in Puerto Rico, since Devin Haney is willing to do it. Devin Haney said he's willing to do it. But is he talking? Is he just saying that to sound like he's Mr. Debo? When I don't think he's Mr. Debo. Mr. Debo might be Xander Zayas. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Subscribe to the channel. Do not be afraid to click that like button. Do not be afraid to subscribe. And do not be afraid to be informed of the truth of Tony also knows boxing. Yes, CJK, Dino F. Y'all need to stop with that Debo word. Devin ain't no Debo, calling the cops and lawyers on Rhyme. That's true. Facts. I love that comment. Thanks for your comment, CJK, Dino F. Thanks for your comment. You're adding to my channel. You add into the charisma that I have and the charisma you have, and all the people that follow me have charisma. All the people that follow Tony also knows boxing have charisma. They speak the truth, they're intelligent, and they're brave, and they're not afraid of the truth. Like most of those cowards out there supporting those fake content creators like Punch Drunk. Yeah, I have to say, Punch Drunk is a fake content creator. He just clickbaiting. He don't say the truth, nothing but the truth. He acts like he says the truth, but he doesn't. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. You know what? At the end of the day, you do what you want to do. That's your channel. But on my channel, we're going to keep it real. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. Who do you think Devin Haney is going to fight? Is he going to fight Xander Zayas? Or is he going to fight Ryan Garcia? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Ryan Garcia's recent win against Barrios? I think he did what he was supposed to do, like Devin Haney said. There's nothing impressive about that. Yeah, he got a win. He got back in the win column, but he looked really foolish and one-dimensional against overrated Rolly Romero, who's not even talented. He's just an overrated fighter who's funny and makes people laugh because he makes goofy faces when and he says goofy things. Like he keeps trolling people when you interview him, like, and people find that funny, but he's not. He's a jokester. He's not a real fighter. But anyway, subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. That's what I got for now, and I believe I'm gonna have more interviews for you. So stay tuned for that. And check out my new single, I Won't Stop. It's doing really good. It got 1,000 streams in 3 days. It's ahead of 87% of other independent artists who don't even get 1,000 streams in 1 year. So, check out my music, my new single, I Won't Stop. Check out my new album's going to come out soon, The Essence of Who I Am. And I got a single with Keith Murray that's being in the works. Golden Era, Def Squad, yep. Tony also, yep. Subscribe to the channel. I'm a force to be reckoned with. Nobody's going to undermine me anymore. One love. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. Peace.